Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridge. Playing in day 2 of the May Stars and Platinum Robot Invitational, day 2 of 3. So it's going to be another 16 boards of Just Declare, I assume? Yes. And I did very well yesterday. Better than I thought I had, in fact. 64.2, pretty excellent score, and came 11th out of 1100. So if we could reproduce this today, that would be amazing, right? Top 1%. I mean, it's hard to come top 1%. So I probably won't, but it sure would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's get started. What do we... probably there's a lot to know about the opponent's hands here. Let's see, I have 6 high card points. Dummy has 13. That's 19. West is the only one who really showed any values. East could well have some. And probably the Ace of Hearts. But I mean, East doubling and then bidding 3 diamonds suggests more than just a minimum takeout double. Like 14 maybe. And given that the opponents have 21 between them, that's like pretty much everything. Also, East appears to have something in clubs, because with Ace, King, Queen, Jack of clubs, I'm pretty sure West would have led that. So it almost seems as though the only cards East has are the Ace of Hearts and a Club Honor. So although the double shows spade shortness, I'm inclined to finesse West for the Queen of Spades, just because... I mean, that's assuming... Okay, let's play the King, make sure it doesn't win. Okay, sometimes they do underlead the Ace, it happens. Okay, East has switched to the Jack of clubs. Well, if I want to finesse West for the spade, I guess I don't have to do it on the first round, because West is not going to have Queen 4th, right? So I can afford to play King and then run the Jack. And then the Ace. And then cash the Hearts. I hope this doesn't get roughed. It's not impossible. But it's not super likely, right? That East has an undisclosed 6-card heart suit. Okay. So East has the Ace of Hearts and the Jack of clubs. West has the Ace, King, Queen of clubs and still didn't lead the suit. I think it's a Doubleton heart. And I imagine the Ace of Diamonds, although I guess I don't know that for sure. No, you kind of have to, right? The Queen of Spades is the only card I could be wrong about, really. I hope I'm not. But West must have the Ace of Diamonds, I think. Although, actually, wait a minute. Who? We have 6 diamonds. The opponents only have 7. And yet they each bid the suit, showing 4. West's double suggests 4, but could have been based on 3. East bid 2 diamonds when 2 clubs was available. And pass might have been available, depending on their agreements. So you would expect East to have 4 diamonds, but maybe he was just under pressure, holding a lot of cards in the majors? Right, we're kind of expecting 5 hearts. And 2 clubs? Based on the Jack and shift? No, you could lead the Jack from like King Jack X or Jack 3rd or something, given what was on dummy. So maybe 3 clubs. Maybe East shape is like 5-2-3-3, and he just had to bid something. Sorry, 2-5-3-3. Okay. Fine. I still think I want to play a spade, the king, and hook. Oh. That's true, isn't it? The spades are blocked. So I can't just draw trump and then cash hearts. I could have if I had roughed the first, or the second round of hearts. Then I could have run a spade without cashing the king. No, because they could still cover that. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. So if West really does have 3-2-4-4, which is the holding that would match with what I guess East has, then when I cash the third, well, this next heart, pitching a club, West can rough in and cash a club. But I mean, if I just draw trump and play a diamond up, I'm still going to lose a diamond and a club. Although only. Is it possible that West had 2-3 in the majors instead of 3-2? Maybe. But then, yeah, maybe. I think for that reason, I should at least. No, even then, cashing a heart doesn't help. Hang on. Am I not supposed to play a heart here at all? Because if I let them rough, then I'm losing a heart rough and a club and a diamond from here. Which is down one. If I draw trump, then I'm going to lose 2 clubs and a diamond. What if I play on diamonds here? Does that make any sense? I think it makes a little sense. The opponents have to choose between drawing trump or cashing their club. Now, if I play a low diamond to queen, West kind of has to win it. Because if he ducks, I can play low to the king, and then I'm just losing 1 diamond. I guess technically that would be fine for them. Yeah, I think I'm going to play a diamond here, actually. Kind of weird. Not what I thought I was going to do. How confident am I about the placement of the jack of diamonds? Not super confident. I could jump on this and cash a heart, pitching my diamond, guaranteeing I just lose 1 diamond. And then, yeah, that seems good. Because then I can't lose more than 1 club either, right? If they rough the heart, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll still go down, but at least I won't go down more than 1. Okay. The finesse would have worked, but it doesn't really help. All right, I mean, down 1's not the end of the world. I think you could do worse. A lot worse if you just sort of naively assume that the doubler must be short in spades and finesse east for the queen. That's sort of the default assumption and where I started, but when I started thinking about, what honors each opponent actually. Oh, East actually had the king of clubs as well. Wow. Like West almost had to have the Queen of Spades to justify his bidding. I think this hand does not justify his bidding. 3 diamonds is sort of outrageous. Um, and so to have even less than this is just sort of unthinkable. Did I ever have a shot? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, nothing I could have done there. Okay. Nine high card points, opposite 11 is 20. East opened. Not a lot of entries to dummy, huh? I wonder if you should play the king here, just in the hopes that West has underled the ace, which is much more common in trump than it is in other suits. And then I could enjoy dummy's ace of diamonds, but, I mean, I don't even have a great pitch for the ace of diamonds, because either the heart or the club that I pitch might be a winner. So I think we just play low and force out East's queen. I'm not going to try to ruff. I just want to draw trump. Yeah, okay, great. Happy to see these are splitting. Let's just lose a club. Okay, unfortunate. Would have been better if the suit had been splitting. But now they have to lead a red suit, which is good for me. Couldn't drop the last hard honor, sadly. Okay, I mean, I don't think you can do any better than down 2 here. Right. Says you can. Hmm. Oh, could I maybe... Yeah, I pitched the wrong thing on the diamond. No. I have to duck the club? What? Why? I guess it must be something about N playing East in the red suits somehow. Like low West wins. Let's say he leads a heart. Sorry, a heart would be a disaster for them. Let's say he leads a diamond. You can win the ace, pitch your last club loser. No? Huh. I don't know. Certainly not a line you would find single dummy. I'm having trouble seeing it double dummy. I have opened one no trump. What do I have? 16? Yes. Opposite 7 is 23. We don't know much about the opposing honors. I think you just play low here. I mean, there are layouts where the jack could be right, but I don't think they're very common. All right, I cover. Really? I think I want to play the 9 here. It's a strange shift. It's the kind of thing you might do from Ace Queen 10. But from Ace Queen 10, you could also just lead the 10, I think. No, because I have the 8. Hmm. I'm not sure why this makes sense. West probably has the Queen of Spades, although I guess it's not guaranteed. Well, I mean, if West had the Queen of Spades, East would probably continue the suit, right? It's only possession of the Queen that would make returning the suit dangerous. And it doesn't look like East's diamond switch is something that was dying to be played. So with no great ideas, East would continue a spade unless holding the Queen. So I guess East has Ace Queen of Spades and West has the 10, which means neither of them can lead the suit. That's a nice position to be in. I don't think you're supposed to take the heart finesse. Oh, I wanna unblock this 9. Then play Ace of Clubs. Well, why unblock the 9? I want to lead diamonds through East. But maybe it's better not to? I don't know. East has 5 diamonds. It's a little bit dangerous. But then we still get 2 diamond tricks. I think that's fine. All right, I don't think it matters which diamond spot I play. I was supposed to play the 5. It's probably going to be fine. Dummy 7 is big enough, but just as a matter of retaining flexibility, the 2 was the wrong play. I had the 5 planned, and then I got back thinking about diamonds and forgot. So happy to see the 10. It means that we definitely lose at most 1 club if we attack the suit. Okay. Well, diamonds solved. Well, yeah, a club, right? The jack. It turns out the club finesse works, but you have to decide between that and the diamond finesse. You can't take both, and I took the diamond finesse, so okay. I mean, I'm still playing low. Yeah, East got desperate there. Now I only have 1 loser, and no way to get rid of it except taking the heart finesse. And there's no downside to the heart finesse, so let's take it. Amazing. They're calling him a virtuoso. What brilliant card play. Yeah, East's hand, real problem. He's not very happy to be leading. This should, I mean, you can't do better than this, surely. Well, I mean, could you take, you could, I guess. You could take the club finesse first and then return to dummy in clubs for the diamond finesse. Yeah? I bet you could make 5 that way. It does say 5. No, this is 4. Plus 3 is 4, the same as I did. Oh, I see. Because yes, you can do that, but then you don't get the heart finesse. So you have to use the dummy club entry for something. I used it later for a heart finesse. You could use it earlier for a diamond finesse, and it comes out the same. I think. Okay. I have some clubs. It seems as though I need the spade finesse, and there's not much else happening. Small? No. Okay, we have a small extra chance here, I guess. It's not even that small, honestly. We exit a heart here, and if East wins, he has to lead spades for me or give me a rough sluff, both of which are disaster. The finesse would have worked. Okay, so I'm not like... I mean, it was the right play, and nothing bad happened to me. It just would have been nice if the finesse were not working, so the players who don't take this line would go down. So that should be a pretty flat board. You can't really do worse. Or better. 4 clubs. It seems as though I have 4 certain losers in spades and diamonds, so that's not going to make. And then potentially a heart loser. Not much for it, but to take the heart finesse, unless I, for some reason, believed West had the singleton king. That would take some convincing. Jack to encourage a cover. Got him. Wow, I'm going to make this. Really disastrous shift from West. With overtrick, I can unblock the hearts and pitch both spades on hearts and or diamonds. The clubs provide the entry. Wow. I mean, I get that from West's point of view, it looks dangerous to play a spade. And the defenders will do the same thing at the other tables, and so this should be pretty flat. But at a real table with humans, I'd be very happy with this result. Expect some defenders to find the right defense. Although, as I say, with West's actual hand, it's a little scary. I think given that East raised your 2 spades, you probably should try continuing spades and hope he has the king. Or maybe just any 4 spades, dropping my stiff king. Because, yeah, there's a very big risk. You know I only have 2 spades, and one of them might go away on a diamond. Okay, well. Both opponents passed hands. Diamond lead. We certainly have 6 tricks in the majors. The opponents can certainly cash 3 diamond clubs. Hopefully not 4. And a diamond. So, I mean, I think you just play low here to discourage East from winning the ace and switching to clubs. Good. And then you just cash as much as you can get. Right? Yeah. I always forget. You're not supposed to finesse here, are you? I mean, especially here you shouldn't, because if the finesse loses, they're cashing a million diamonds and a million clubs. But in isolation, do you suppose this spade suit was the only suit that mattered? I had plenty of stoppers elsewhere. The finesse gains whenever West has on or Jack 4th or Jack 5th. The ace gains whenever East has Jack X or Jack 3rd. Those almost cancel out, but not quite, right? Jack 5th is somewhat less common than Jack X. There's an equal number of each, but 5-1 splits are less likely than 2-4 splits. And Jack 4th, likewise, is somewhat less common than Jack 3rd. There's an equal number of each, but 4-2 splits are less likely than 3-3 splits. So, yeah, the finesse is less likely to succeed than it is to fail, or to gain than it is to fail. Obviously, if it's Jack third onside, it doesn't matter what you do. So, okay. Even in isolation, the finesse would be wrong. And here, it would be doubly dangerous. Would have worked, though. I was going to take the finesse here, but it looks like I don't have to. Alright, well, down one. Could have made an over trick if I had guessed correctly, but I don't think I'm supposed to. Let me actually ask suit players real quick. Am I right about the spade suit? If South has Queen, no, North has Ace King 10-9-X, and South has Queen X. There's one line, which is to cash any honor, let's say the Queen. Q, small, 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 Ace. Yeah, just cash. Okay. Wow, really loving this diamond lead. Although it's probably from Queen 4th, so the suit still isn't running. I actually think that's a pitfall that many players might fall into here. Well, yeah. Suppose you cash the ace of diamonds here, hoping that the diamonds set up, and then you can cross in hearts and enjoy the diamonds. When they don't split, East shows out on the second round, which I think is what would happen. You say, wait a minute, I don't have enough entries to dummy to set up and enjoy the diamonds. So let's fall back to spades. Okay, how do you set up spades? Low to the queen, and then back to the king of diamonds and enjoy the spades, right? And they win the queen of spades with the king. But what if they duck the queen of spades? Right? You don't have enough hand re-entries to set up the spades and establish them. So I think you're actually supposed to play a spade to the queen right now. Then you get 4 spades, 3 diamonds, and a heart, and a club if they attack that suit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Told you. Told you the diamonds were 4-1. Okay, the spades are splitting. That's good news. I haven't really counted clubs, but they've pitched a lot of them, and they haven't pitched very many hearts. So I think exiting a heart in the hope that they have to lead a club for me is not very realistic. Let's just, like, lead the king of clubs. I don't think anything's going to work, but if anything does, it should be this. Yeah, okay. Nothing would have worked. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good result. You can't do much better, can you? Yeah, West's diamond lead gives away an overtrick. It says you can afford to cash the ace, which is a little surprising to me. I guess because the ace of clubs is onside, the king of clubs is an entry. So you could still establish the spades even if East ducks the king. Sure. And for that reason, East wouldn't duck the king because they don't want to give you an entry to lead clubs. Maybe they do. I don't know. Anyway, making 2 seems good. 1 diamond, and then we got involved. 15 high card points in dummy, 10 in hand. That's 25. The opponents have 15, and West has most of them, but probably not all, or he would have opened 1 no trump. He might also be unbalanced, and that could be a reason for not opening 1 no, but this hand does not scream like, oh, West definitely has a singleton. Yeah, it looks more like West has 12 to 14 and East has like a queen, give or take, right? Or is it 11, 20? No, 15, not 11. What am I saying? Yeah, so they have 15 between them. And we think West has 12 to 14, so call it 13 on average. So yeah, East has a queen plus or minus a bit. I don't think I want to allow. Oh, I don't know. It just seems right to duck a heart here, but why? I can't think of a good reason. And I can think of a reason not to, which is that if the clubs are 3-3 onside, I could pitch my heart loser if I attack the suit right away. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Win the ace, go after clubs immediately. It might not pay off, but it probably won't hurt. Oof, it hurt. Never mind, not punished. Is this getting roughed? Yes, it must be. No? Okay, by West. Fine. Yeah. So I look like I have a diamond loser, but I can pitch it on the 9 of clubs after I get in with the king of spades. West's roughing that too, sadly. So. Or wait, is he? Count, count, count. We started with 6 spades, right? 6, 2, 3, 2. Yes. So 2 in dummy, we had 8, they had 5. West has roughed once. They've each, yeah, 4 have been played. So West does have another club. So, sorry, spade. So if I just play this club pitching a diamond, West gets to rough, and I definitely lose a trick. So you might as well try a diamond finesse. Hey, okay. And I mean, they definitely should have gotten me the way I played it, right? I should have gone down. It says that you have an over trick if you take the diamond finesse. Hmm. So Queen of Diamonds, King Ace, I suppose, and then back. How am I getting rid of my heart loser, though? I guess I'm not. I'm just losing a heart and a spade and nothing else. Because the diamonds come in. In my attempt to get rid of my heart loser, I ended up losing an extra trump instead. Yeah, but when I tried the finesse, East could have beaten me. It says actually I'm still down on the diamond switch. Oh, it was West who shouldn't have covered. Ah, that's true. That gave me the chance to finesse later. If he ducks, I cross the ace of diamonds on the second diamond trick. King of clubs pitching a heart, but I still have a diamond loser. I see. Okay, opponent's silent. Neither one of them overcalled a spade, I guess is the only interesting thing. Actually, it's a little interesting that East didn't overcall a heart, but not super interesting. I can't imagine you're supposed to play the ace here. That looks extremely bad, so let's just play low without thinking about it. 2 club tricks and a diamond. That's 3. But again, in these just declare events, like making your contract versus going down is something you think a lot about it at imps. At match points, you still should think about it a fair amount because Like, yeah, you get more match points if you get over tricks, but plus versus minus, there are going to be pairs on most boards who like don't make their contracts, and so even if you miss an over trick or two, you're getting match points from those pairs. So there's some advantage to going plus. Here, when you know every other pair will be in the same contract, it really is all just about how many tricks you can take. What the contract level is doesn't really matter. Every trick you gain puts you ahead of some pairs, and every trick you lose puts you behind some pairs. Unless, for example, you think you're so far ahead that like I don't know how you could do that. Maybe you could make some extremely unlikely guess that happens to work and that you think no one else would do, and then you could risk it all for one more over trick. You probably shouldn't do that. You should say, you know what, I'm crushing right now. Let's just cash out. But most of the time, just take as many tricks as you can in a contest like this. The question is, how do you do that here? You could attack diamonds. That could produce a lot of tricks. But it might produce no tricks if the suit is not breaking. Like if the king is offside, rather, right? If East has the king, ace of diamonds, diamond to the queen, and then the opponents attack clubs again, and then you knock out the last diamond, and they cash a bunch of clubs and a bunch of hearts. Spades are a very safe source of one additional trick, and perhaps two. I guess the hearts might not be so bad. I do have 10 fourth. I think I'm going to try diamonds. Ace first, right? Just in case the king is stiff, I think. Unblock. Not that it matters. West ducked without a care in the world. Instant duck. Should that influence me somehow? Should I duck? Even though if you ask suit play, it will say that's not the right line. Because some of the time that West has the king, he'll think he should go up with it. I don't think that West is going to go up with the king very often here. Well, I mean, what would a robot think if I were a robot sitting West with the king of diamonds? I would know Declare has at least two diamonds. King third is the holding I'm thinking about, right? So 3 in my hand, 5 on my left. Declare has at least 2. So partner has at most 3, which means playing low can actually never gain. Can playing high ever gain? I mean, no. So I guess what that tells me is that West is capable of smoothly ducking, but also that I feel like about half the time he would go up because there's no gain to ducking or rising, so he should just be tossing a coin. So the fact that he hasn't weights the probabilities somewhat in favor of him not having the king. Is that enough to justify a duck here? I'm not really sure. I think you just have to go with the play that is originally best, which is low to the queen. Got him. Okay, phew. Duck would have been a disaster. So they're going to cash some hearts, hopefully not too many. I don't think there's any harm in playing the 10. Did someone pitch the 9, or is it still out there? I'm sort of not sure. That is important. What did East pitch? I guess if West's holding was Queen Jack X and East had Ace 9 fourth, then rising with the 10 did cost. But only because they cashed hearts. If they had switched immediately back to clubs, it wouldn't be helping me. Oh, this is this is one of those funny situations where if I assume East has the last heart, which seems very likely, then I actually have a 100% line. If only I could see their cards. Well, I guess that's always true. I could just finesse spades the right way. But yeah, didn't East pitch a spade on the third diamond? I don't know. Anyway, if East has the last heart, then he can't have 3 spades, and therefore if he has the queen, I can drop it. And if West has the queen, I can finesse, but I would have to guess which. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's dropping. Yeah. Okay. That should be a good result. I mean, not like 100%, but good, right? I guess to go after diamonds. I mean, well, going after spades would have worked out okay. And oh, did I miss like a restricted choice thing in diamonds that would have been another reason to play the suit correctly? No, I don't think so. Because at this point here, I guess you can't. If you look in the hand viewer, you can click a player and see just their point of view. At this point here, East has played the Jack of Diamonds, and therefore, like, has been forced to play a diamond honor, and therefore is more likely to hold the other touching diamond honors. But the same is true of West, right? On the second round, he was forced to play the 9, whereas if he had had the 10, he would have had a free choice. So I think that those two just cancel out. Yeah. Okay. We're in 3 diamonds after East opened a club and then doubled 2 clubs, which doesn't really mean anything. I kind of think partner should have passed 2 clubs doubled, honestly. I mean, or could have tried it at least. You have. Well, I guess my 1 diamond doesn't necessarily show as much strength as a 1 level opening, and indeed I don't have as much strength. But you have a great hand and a reasonable shot to take 8 tricks with clubs as trump, I think. Me turning up with Queen X really solidifies that. It seems like I could hardly fail to make 2 clubs doubled. But Gib doesn't know I'm going to have this hand, so fair enough, I guess. So this double like shows rebiddable clubs, which is allegedly 5, but I think they just always double when you bid their suit. It doesn't mean anything. No, it was rebiddable clubs. Okay. You had 5 of them, all right. A low club would have been better because I couldn't really afford to put on the queen, I think. But I guess if I'd had stiff queen, then the king would be right. Yeah, okay. So East didn't know. The fact that partner didn't lead a club would signal to a human, partner's the one with the club void. But Gib doesn't think like that. And so he was guessing as to whether I had a singleton, a doubleton, or a void. I want to try to get a spade ruff, but it's a little hard to do that, right? Ace of diamond spades. Then I could cross the king of diamonds and ruff a spade, no problem. But I can't get back to hand to finish drawing trump. So I wonder if you're supposed to play king ace of diamonds. Or ace king, rather. You ace of spades, ace king of diamonds, spade ruff. Now, when you play club to queen, there's some chance that West is out of diamonds. I don't think it's very likely. But also, West might be ruffing with a winner? Maybe I'm not supposed to try to get back to hand with a club at all, but just play a heart. So, yeah, ace of diamonds, I think, makes sense. Then ace of spades. Diamond. Yeah. So if West roughs a club, it'll be with a winner. So it would be a sorry. If he roughs one club, it'll be with a winner. But if he manages to rough two clubs, we'll be in a lot of trouble. So what we should do here is rough this spade. Don't play a club. West would win this, cross with partner in hearts, and then get another ruff, and I'd have to and get the jack promoted. So instead, is this a scissors coup? I don't know. I guess it just like doesn't work. This club promotion is going to happen eventually, whether I like it or not. Yeah. All right, very funny. So what if I hadn't cashed the ace of diamonds? It doesn't make a difference, right? Yeah. Yeah, nothing I can do there. Okay. Three diamonds and I balance. Sorry, three clubs and I diamonds. I balance with three diamonds. West didn't lead his clubs, which suggests to me a holding like ace queen seventh, and East has the stiff king. So I want to use my fourth heart winner to pitch a club. That should work. West appears to have a doubleton or singleton heart, so East will have to follow suit to all of the hearts. And as long as West doesn't have three diamonds, I can draw 2 rounds of trump, and he won't be able to rough the heart either. Then I can play a spade to the jack? Or maybe the king. Probably the king. So I'm only getting one spade trick no matter what, right? And I'm more certain that East has the ace of spades than that he has the queen. So low. I think you could play the queen as well. It's fine. And then hearts. Yep. It worked. West has a singleton heart and hopefully a doubleton diamond? No! Disaster. Oh. Really? West actually had ace king queen. Okay. Well, the good news is I get to pitch my spade loser on a heart instead. So I guess nothing too bad has happened. I didn't think West was going to have all the. But yeah, I mean, that's right. I guess leading a singleton is sort of cool. I don't think you can do any better, right? Yeah. It says if you start with clubs, I actually go down. Cool. West and open, east and overcall. We're in 4 spades. Looks like we're losing 2 clubs and perhaps a spade. I don't think there's anything to do but like take the spade finesse. It's going to take a lot of convincing to get me to try to drop the stiff king. And actually, even if I did drop the stiff king, I'd then have to lose to the 9. No. Jack to the ace, queen 10 drops the 9. Yeah. So, okay, if West has the stiff king and you guessed to drop it, you would not lose a spade. But I don't think that's very likely. Oh. Okay, thanks. I guess West must have a stiff 9? And East wisely is not covering with the king because they want to preserve their winner. So we overtake this. I guess. Doesn't really matter. Ace. Yep, as predicted, East has them all. And as long as East has at least 2 diamonds, we get to get rid of our club loser on the diamond. Great. Rough if you want. I don't care. And if you hadn't drawn the extra round of trump, it looks like you might be able to get another trick, but I don't think you actually can. Because you play king of diamonds, ace of diamonds, queen, east ruffing, and you over ruff, and now your ace drops his king. Great. But you still have a club loser. And your only play to get rid of it is like just run all the spades and hope for a heart diamond squeeze or something. But it doesn't work. And that line might fail if it might cost you something to not draw the trump if the trump were 2-2 originally, which I said I think East has 3, but West could have 9x. It's not impossible. So I think drawing around a trump just to find out was the right play. Okay, 4 boards to go. We're in 4 spades, club 4 hearts. Sort of wish I were playing a club contract partner. Well, no. 5 clubs is clearly down to 1. Well, actually, you kind of run out of trumps, don't you? You have to ruff. Well, no. If you try to ruff all of North's cards, North's losers in the South hand, you would have to ruff 4 of them, which is quite difficult. But instead, you would set up the spades, and that just requires 1 or 2 ruffs in the North hand, and that works out fine. Obviously, you want to draw trump as soon as possible, but I'm tempted to play a diamond to the ace first so that I can lead up the queen 10, and that way if East has a singleton on her, I'll at least know what it is. You could be brave and lead the queen trying to pin the stiff jack, or play low hoping East has stiff ace or king, but I think it's fine to play a round of diamonds, and then if East has any stiff on her, you get it right. It gives them the option to start tapping me in diamonds, but I think they have enough taps already with hearts. Make any sense to pitch a diamond here, actually? No, West might switch to a club, which East might ruff. If East has Ace X or King X, does it even help to play the queen here? No, right? Right. So I might as well play the 10 and hope it's Jack X. Which it is? No ruff? I hate this game. So West's remaining spades are Honor X. I think Ace X, maybe it was King X. I wasn't paying attention, doesn't really matter. But that's fine. I can ruff this. His X is like the 3 or something. Play this. The 2, okay. And I'll give up a spade. Well, I mean, just in case I've miscounted, maybe I'll play it out. No, shockingly, the ace is still bigger than the queen. All right, claim. East certainly had a heart suit. 9 solid hearts. Pretty good. I don't know if I could be persuaded to go quietly over 4 spades. I mean, they make 6 hearts, so I feel like East should have bid a little bit more. But obviously, every other table is going to be in the same result, same contract, given the kind of competition this is. The robots are going to bid the same at every table, obviously. So the fact that they can make 6 hearts is not relevant. But it just does say, like, I don't think the robots should have bid the way they did there. We're in 2 now. West doubled and then raised a diamond to 2. Once again, the opponents have both bid diamonds despite only having 7 of them. Last time it was because the doubler bid diamonds on a 3-card suit because they had too many cards in my suits. I have to say, it looks like that's what's happened again. Right? East shape is like at most 3 in each major. Right? And West has 4 diamonds. Yeah, I think East has 4 clubs, maybe more. But not a good enough hand to pass a club. A club doubled, that is. Okay. We have 19 high card points opposite 4 is 23. The opponents have 17. West doubled and bid 2 diamonds, showing a little extra, but East might have like as much as a king somewhere. Well, okay. I guess I'll put in the 8. No, play low. I don't think the 8 can really matter, but like the 8 is only good if it's never if I whatever, it doesn't matter. Queen. I think I just run the 7 of spades immediately. Call me crazy. But West is a big favorite to hold that card. Just because he's a big favorite to hold all the spades. I guess I can lead the queen first and see what happens. Can always finesse later. Whoa! I found East's king. Okay, yeah, West has got to get strip squeezed here somehow or other. Oof, I'm glad I didn't get to take the finesse. All right, so West had 3 spades. 4 diamonds. And despite having a club stop and a balanced hand, did not overcall one no trump. So West must have like 14 points at most. And how many did we say they have in total? I had 11, 17, 19. And dummy had 4 is 23. The opponents had 17. East turned up with a king, so West has at most 14. Okay, which we've now independently verified as well as inferring it from the auction. I'm obviously playing low on this. I just want to think things through. I could play King of Diamonds Diamond. West would be on lead and have to lead clubs or hearts, which would give me a trick. But I could also get a trick by just playing a club to the queen, right? What if I didn't cash the King of Diamonds? That would prevent West from cashing any extra diamonds when he gets in. Like, okay, let's play the 7 of spades here. I'm pretty sure that there's no reason I want to be in hand. That seems clear enough. So, if I play a club to the queen right now, if West wins it, then I have a club heart squeeze, don't I? Sorry, diamond heart. I think so. And if West ducks it, then I should be able to throw him in somehow. Even if all it does is get me back the King of Diamonds I could have won, it seems like, yeah. So I'm going to try to make 3 here. Am I stupid? Is there just no reason to do this? If I cash the King of Diamonds, pitching a heart, and then play a club to the queen, I'm guaranteed to lose a club and a diamond. So I would make only 2. If I play a club to the queen and West wins it, I'm still making at least 2 and maybe 3. If I play club to queen and he ducks, I still think I'm making at least 2. So yeah, there's no reason to cash this yet. Thank you. I think we got him now. The 9 is still out there. Anyway, I think West has it, and this is dropping the Queen of Hearts. Yeah. Good. I'm glad I thought that through and realized it was wrong to cash the King of Diamonds. That should be a pretty good score. It would have been a lot worse if they had let me take the spade finesse. Yeah, so let's actually no, not this. This. Let's show you what things were looking like at that point. Given the knowledge of all the hands. Here. Yeah. See? Huh? Pretty smart, your old boy. Has to be a low club here. Because if we cash a diamond, then when West inevitably gets in with one of his round suit tricks, he can cash a diamond. By delaying that, I play low to the queen. When he wins, it says it doesn't matter, I assume. Yeah. When he wins, what's he supposed to do? A diamond gives me the same squeeze I played anyway. Win the king, then ace jack of clubs. Oh, well, ace of clubs, spade, jack of clubs. And the spade squeezes West. Or I guess the spade lets him pitch a club and then the club squeezes him. Same thing. So suppose that instead he ducks. This I hadn't worked out exactly how I would turn it to my advantage, but it seemed like I ought to be able to by playing a spade. And what does West play? He can't pitch a club or I just drop the king. He can't pitch a heart or I drop the queen. So a diamond is the obvious pitch. And then we pitch a heart, say a club. And now I can play king of hearts, heart. And I have an embarrassment of riches, too many tricks. The diamonds are good, but I can still pitch one if I want. Because the clubs are also, like, end played, right? Actually, I have to pitch a diamond. That's true. If I pitch a club, it's a problem. Because that would give West the opportunity to lay down the king, squashing the jack and promoting the 10. So it has to be a diamond here. And then what does he do? A diamond lets me back in dummy to enjoy the king, then the ace of clubs and a heart. A club, I win the jack. Or if king, I win ace. Nice. Yeah, it feels counterintuitive there to be in dummy for what appears to be the last time and not cash the winner that's sitting there. But it's not actually a useful winner. It's a useful stopper. All right, we're in two hearts. Partner tried to defend one no doubled. East redouble showed a minor, I assume? Yeah. I'm guessing it was diamonds, but I'm not actually sure. And then I ran to clubs. I mean, yeah, we both are a bit light for our bids, so maybe it's good that we're not defending one no doubled. Although, I don't know, king of hearts, heart. We take 4 hearts, a spade, a club, and probably a diamond. We would probably beat it, but I don't know if we would beat it too. I don't know how well this contract is doing. Looks as though we have 4 heart tricks. A spade and a club is 6, down 2. Ouch. Okay, well, that's not what I want to happen. So, I don't think it's a good idea to rough this. I think I can duck this as well. If East overtakes and gives West a rough, I don't mind, because it's roughing my loser. I just want to take away their entries and make them make uncomfortable leads. I guess I could perhaps take 4 heart tricks. 5 tricks, I mean. Because I know the Queen of Hearts is on my left. And if it happens that West only has 3, then, like, Jack, running the Jack, then cashing King and Ace might set the suit up. It actually looks like East's minor might be clubs. which would mean the West is out of clubs. That's a nice situation to have. Not quite sure what I would be able to do with that, though. I don't really want to tap myself with another diamond. I want to make them lead diamonds or spades. But I also don't want to lead a spade to the ace, because that gives up some of my tempo in the suit, kind of. I want them to have to lead a spade or a diamond for me. But I don't think it's better to ruff a diamond than it is to play a spade to the ace. I could play a spade to the king. Like, East has some cards. We have 20 high card points. West shows at least 15. And I'm choosing to believe that East has the king and jack of clubs. So actually, West has pretty much every card, except maybe the jack of spades. So I could try a spade to the 10 here, I suppose. Sure, why not? Can't be any worse than the ace, can it? I guess it can. Because if I play low, West's jack is no longer finessable. If I play the ace, the king and jack are both sort of problem cards for him. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good duck. Probably queen fourth. Hey, I found the jack! No. Rough? Making two. Oh my god, I was supposed to play the queen. I thought the jack had been played. I'm so bad at this game. Okay, down one. Whoops. I located the jack and thought that meant I didn't have to deal with it anymore, but I do have to play the queen. And then I also have to hope that it's actually falling. Whoops, that's such a bad play. Yeah, as you can see. Gotta play the queen. Conceding a spade for no reason, not the greatest line. Well, I feel like my performance in the rest of the event has been quite good. This is going to cost me, I suspect. It might still be an okay score because I guessed things well in other suits, but I definitely gave up a trick. That's either going to turn a good score into an okay one or an okay one into a bad one. Probably just turning a good score into an okay score. We're in 5 clubs? Where are all my club winners, man? Yeah, all right. I mean, I guess I win this and play 3 rounds of hearts and hope that those split. Pitch all my diamond losers. I guess I may as well play ace of clubs first. Unblocking the 8. Just in case I need a club entry to hand for some reason. Okay. Good news. I'm not losing any diamonds. I can eventually pitch both of my spades on hearts, which means I don't need any roughs in the dummy. So I may as well play a club and hope that the suit is 2-2. It's not. Aha! Okay, claim. Thank you. I was gonna... If they had played a diamond tapping me in the south hand, it would have been a lot scarier to have to take the diamond finesse, the spade finesse at the end. Yeah, this, I don't know. I'm sad about board 15. I still think it's a good performance. I think this should be at least mid-50s. Quite possibly higher. But let's wait a minute to see the provisional results. It's fairly early in the tournament, as you can see here, so they could change a fair bit, but 51? Oh, man. All right, well, yeah, this one is a disaster. I didn't think it would be this bad. I thought I had done quite well to get into a position where I could even hope to make the contract. But apparently not. And then throwing the contract, of course. I just thought there'd be other people who made some other mistake. A lot of these are all pretty middling, the 40s and whatever. This is exactly 50, apparently. Board 1, we did quite well. For what reason? Taking several finesses? I don't know. It doesn't look like I did anything too great here. Board 8, we did almost as badly as we did well on... Oh, I can look at this here, can't I? Nope. I have to... Oh, it's so annoying. All right, how do I... This one. It doesn't show you the results here. Yeah, board 8. Here, I can get some black bars at the bottom, but now I can at least see... I guess, no, all I need is the numbers, right? Yeah, like that. Okay, just so I have something to click. So board 8 did badly for 4 spades. Really? I thought I did reasonably well here. People making over tricks, apparently. Board 9, good board for attacking diamonds instead of spades, I guess, or for getting the diamonds right. Board 13, a good board. That's interesting. It doesn't seem like I did anything here. I guess if you tried to cross a dummy in clubs, you'd be rudely surprised, but come on, who would make that mistake? Board 14, also good. Oh, yeah. Cool end play at the end. Yeah, okay. And then, of course, board 15. A disaster. And 16, not much to do. Okay, well, I don't imagine I'll be in the top 10 today. I wouldn't have been even if I'd gotten this one right, but it would be nice not to have thrown away a whole board here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.